Sarah Silverman says she's pissed off at Louis C.K. because he never offered to jerk off in front of her. Where's the love, man? I'm gonna spread that around. On top of that, why did you do that? I mean, can't you have drinks first, put on some music? Where's the fucking romance? Holy shit. Anyway, I remember, was it Braden was talking a minute earlier about what Trump said in response to a comment that came from Kim Jong-il, Ging Sung, whatever the hell his name is, called him old and crazy. And you notice he's upset with being called old. He's not upset with being called crazy. He didn't react to that part. It's like, no, man, I'm fucking crazy. I'm going to bring that up. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's get on to some jokes. So today, I found a joke that was about Oedipus and King Midas, and it was motherfucking gold, yo. Okay. Jokes in this club are a lot like U.S. presidents. You'll get a new one about every 4 years or so. Okay, I got a joke here about a guy. Roger, he's 85 years old, marries a girl named Jenny. 25 years old, right? And since her new husband is so old, Jenny decides that after their wedding, she and Roger would have separate bedrooms because she's concerned that her new husband is aged and may overexert himself. So they spend, if they spend the entire night together. So after the wedding, the festivities was that Jennifer prepares for bed and she expects this knock on the door, and here it comes, right? There's Roger, 85-year-old groom, ready for action, and they do it. All goes well. Roger takes his leave, and she prepares to go to sleep. But a few minutes later, Jenny hears another knock on the door, and it's Roger. And again, they have a little more action. Somewhat surprised, Jenny's thinking, okay, whatever. A little more action expected from an 85-year-old, right? Well, anyway, they're finished, and then a few minutes later, knocking on the door again. It's like, what the hell, man? I haven't dated 19-year-olds that were this frisky, all right? So once again, they have sex again, and Roger's ready to get to leave, and the bride said, you know what, I'm kind of impressed that you could perform so well and so often. I've met guys like a 30-year age who were only good once a night. What makes you such a great lover? And of course, old Roger, 85, he just turns to Jenny and says, you mean I've been here before tonight? No. Wife has a bunch of useless clothes, right? Bunch of clothes. What do you do when you got useless clothes? You go down to Valley Village or Goodwill, right? Just want to drop them off, right? And the wife says, I got a bag full of clothes. I don't wear anymore. I want to donate them. And the husband says, why do you want to donate them? Just throw them away. And the wife says, there are poor, starving people out there who might need some clothes that weren't worn a lot. And the husband says, any woman that's going to fit in your clothes is not starving. Oh, burn, Bernie, burn. Oh, yeah, throwing shade like an eclipse. All right, next joke. Guy's sitting next to a beautiful girl on a train. During the journey, the train goes through a tunnel, right? So the whole train turns dark. In the tunnel, the girl stands up and starts screaming at the guy, get away from me, you pig! I wonder what your mama says when I heard you say such filthy things to a woman. You're disgusting. And the guy's completely confused, like, what the hell is this crazy lady doing? And he's embarrassed, and all the other passengers are now giving him weird looks, like, oh, that guy's a pervert. Terrible, terrible man, right? Train goes through another tunnel, and the girl gets close to the guy, and she whispers, sir, I'm sorry about what just happened. I'm part of the team of psychologists. We're running an experiment on how men react when they're under pressure in public. It's just a test. As soon as the train's out of the tunnel, the guy yells, what? $100 for a hand job? No way. You gotta be kidding. I'm not paying that. Double burn. I had a joke about zero-sum games. Anyone know what a zero-sum game is?
Yep.
It's like when you can't have more of something unless you take away from somebody else. Right? Like, let's say there's only a finite amount of oranges, right? You want 5, someone has 6. You can't have 5 unless you take away someone else's. Well, farts are a lot like a zero-sum game. The bigger and more satisfying it is for you, the worse it is for everybody else. See, now you laugh at that joke. I had that joke last week, and no one laughed at it because I had to explain what a zero-sum game is. Okay.
Catboy would loving his poop again.
Thank you for explaining.
Hey, there's more to me than farts and poop. By the way, please buy my game, Oops, I Crap My Pants. Gonna run down the hall, gonna do a dance. If I get in the way, you'll crap your pants. You'll crap your pants. Oops, I Crap My Pants by Milton Bradley. All right. That was a little commercial I just threw in there.
Giant litter box in his bat. bathroom. Instead
No,
of
there's not a giant litter box. There's a toy like everybody else. It just happens to look like a litter box.
like Stimpy the cat.
Okay.
Hey, Jen.
Let's see. An adorable little girl walks into a pet shop and asks the owner for a rabbit. The owner's heart, he just melts and he goes, "Oh, we want a rabbit. Do you want a white rabbit or a brown rabbit or a cute little gray rabbit, a little pink rabbit?" And the girl says, "I don't think my python gives a shit what color the rabbit is. I'm gonna feed it to him anyway. Whatever. He'll choke on the, probably choke on the ribbon." Okay, two guys are working in an airport, right? And a foreigner walks up to them, right? And the foreigner asks the guys in Spanish where the luggage pickup was. Well, neither of the guys could understand him, so they raised their hands and shook their heads, said they don't understand. So the guy asks again in German. And again, the two are sorry, don't understand. So the guy tries again in Polish and in French. Both times employees just can't understand him. He walks away trying to find someone else who can help him. Then one of the workers looked to the other guy and he said, maybe we should learn a second language. So why would you want to do that? Well, in situations like this, we work in an international airport. And the guy said, well, what good is knowing a second language? That guy knew four and he didn't help him. Huh?
True.
Yeah. Anyway, I just saw a man slumped over a lawnmower crying his eyes out. And I said, what's wrong, man? He said, I'm going over a rough patch. A rough patch. Okay. And let's see. Last joke before I move on to my other segment, and it is, I don't know why people think the Bible is strictly anti-gay, because I definitely remember reading something about Jesus having two dads.